This is the iPhone 13 mini. I wanted to make a video to show you people if it's a device worth considering for 2026. Obviously, it's not going to be the best device. It wasn't even the best device when it released. It was actually the worst. This was the cheapest option available. I currently have iOS 26 running on it. Today, we're going to use it for the full day, no charging. We took it off the charger earlier this morning. I'll have all the battery screenshots and everything for you people at the end of this video. When I got this device in my hand from the Apple Store, it had 100% battery health. More on that later. Let's begin. Okay, so the current time is 3:29 p.m. The phone still has 95%. I don't really use my cell phone all that much, but the fact that since 11 a.m. to now, it only dropped 5%, that's pretty good. I had a battery replacement situation. Feel free to check out that video. It's my most viewed video on my channel currently. I went through the whole process after trying the 17 series. It's not worth almost $900. I wasn't getting $900 worth of use out of it. So I returned it and then replaced the battery in my 13 mini. And my 13 mini has been basically flawless since then. No more app stutters, no more iOS just going through like the home screen and stuff like that, opening apps. Everything is smooth. Really, really awesome now. Went from getting around 2 hours of screen on time, 2.5 if I was lucky, to consistently over 4 hours, most of the time over 5 hours of screen on time, which is huge for a small device like this, especially running iOS 26. Just had a lovely dinner with the family. Current time is 4:45 p.m. and we currently have however much percent battery that shows. Sorry if the audio quality wasn't that good. I just turned this mic on. A few things I thought would be worth mentioning about my experience with the iPhone mini. Got some bullet points here on Notion. Let's go through these really quickly if we can. When it comes to the screen is really freaking awesome. I don't know if this is the smallest OLED screen on the market in terms of cell phone. It's really, really small. Whenever I show this phone to my friends, to my family, they always get amazed. They always ask, how do I watch stuff on such a small screen? How do I use such a small screen? It's really not as small as people would think. I think people are just used to having plasmas in their pocket. This is a really good size. I have no problem watching YouTube on this. I don't choose to watch like Netflix or Hulu. I'm not binge watching Stranger Things on this. I do that mostly on my TV and my MacBook Pro. But for a fast YouTube video while my wife is shopping in a store, waiting in line or something, yeah, it's actually really enjoyable for that. But I choose to watch most of my media, including YouTube, on a big screen like a TV or my MacBook Pro. The battery life is a weird thing because I'm used to having an iPhone 13 mini with 82% battery health, which is not good. I feel like that 82% health was really like 40% health. It was really bad. Currently, we're at, let's see, we are at 99%. We're not at 100 anymore. Those two babies that I have with me never leave my phone on the charger. They always find a way to unplug it. My phone has gotten to 0. I'm really embarrassed about how many times my phone got to 0%. So that might have a hit on the battery life, which is why it's at 99% now. But even at 99%, it's still working pretty good. time is 5:51. 80% battery life is still remaining. A big dinosaur with rockets and lasers.
And how much was it? $2? I thought it was gonna be like this though.
I mean, I think that's just the brand. There's a lot of pieces in here for $3. Not bad.
You want to see what your fingers look like?
Not bad. You could say it was $1.50 a piece, and they're pretty big for $3. Not bad. The little material inside's a little weird, but
I can't do it with a beanie farm. Nella, could you put the radio louder?
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Current time is 6:38. We are at 75% battery life. So from 11 a.m. I want to say I took my phone off the charger till almost 7 p.m. we still have 75% battery. And that's without plugging my phone in. Usually when I drive, especially like 30 minutes, 35 minutes away to a mall, my phone's on the charger. So I would have got to the mall with 100%, and the drive back to where I am now probably would have had 100%. But we're testing the phone as is, no extra power, no nothing like that, just phone itself. I don't know if I mentioned this yet in the video, but after trying out the iPhone 17 and deciding that it was too much money for what I'm getting, not really getting that much use out of it, I gave back that phone and I replaced the battery in this one. After I replaced the battery, I had amazing performance, but the Apple Store made a mistake and there was dust on the front-facing camera. When I went back to the Apple Store, they tried fixing it. They said there was too many errors. It wasn't up to their quality standard, something along the lines of that. Instead of trying to fix that one, they gave me a refurbished unit. And the refurbished unit was basically mint condition. I thought it was a brand new device. I have been rocking it caseless. I feel like putting a case on a phone, especially if you're looking for a phone that's small, like people that are putting the iPhone Air in a case. What? What's the purpose of buying that phone if you're gonna make it thicker? No, I don't want that. The whole purpose of me buying an iPhone Air style product or an iPhone mini is to have a small device as possible. I've been using it caseless, although I do have a screen protector on it because having scratches on your screen is the most annoying thing ever. Before I got the refurbished unit though, the first unit, I was rocking without a screen protector. And I learned from there that having a screen protector on is a little bit worth it. By the way, rocking the new beanie. What do you guys think? Not bad for $1.50 basically. Something I wrote down in my bullet points to talk about was expectation versus reality. So what do I mean by that? If you're looking to get something this small with as small as a battery capacity that this comes with, right? This is way before anything with silicon batteries or anything like that. If you're going into this hoping to get the best phone experience, like in terms of raw power, the best cameras, you kind of missed the point. Us iPhone mini users bought this for two reasons. One, we want to be able to use the device one-handed, reach the whole screen without having to use two hands. Just one thumb, whole screen. That's one reason we bought it. Two is because it fits in our pocket and it stays out of our way. That's the whole reason for an iPhone mini user. I'm sure back when the minis released, people bought them thinking different or whatever, but all those people that wasn't happy, they got rid of their phones. The ones who kept their minis up until now, especially 2026, we have a very specific use case. Well, I would say a lot of us have a very specific use case for the phone. I don't edit videos. I don't do photo editing. I take a quick picture every now and then, my kids or something, when I don't have this camera available. It's a really good point and shoot, capture a memory, and it's safe. It's in your phone. That's about it. For anyone who's worried about iOS 26 on this device, in my experience, it works perfectly. Before replacing the battery, so when I was at 82% health, iOS 26 was causing a lot of stutters. Apps would have a hard time opening. You could tell the app was being like sluggish or just taking a lot longer to open than it did on iOS 18. Since I got a 13 mini with 100% battery health, all of those problems vanished. As of right now with iOS 26.2, no complaints at all. If I had a complaint, it would be just the whole glass thing. I'm not really a fan of how the glass stuff works. Current time is 11:39. I have a really long day today. Our current battery percentage is around 40%. This is basically an average use case day that I've had. When I'm out and about, when I'm at a mall shopping, when I'm going to dinner with my family, I'm not really using my phone. I've even made it a habit to not be on my phone while at restaurants. I want to communicate with people. I want to talk with people. I could be on electronic devices when I'm home and I got nothing to do. When I'm out and about, the only thing I want to be on is my camera. And that's if I'm making content. If I'm doing any content creation, yeah, the camera will be the exception. That's not social media. That's not doom scrolling. That's me capturing the moment. So it's kind of different. You could put it in the same ballpark if you want. I don't really care. I'm gonna start a screen recording here. That way you guys can actually see on screen what I'm seeing. I forgot to take a screenshot when I first took my phone off the charger. Apple has this weird thing with screen on time. After 12 o'clock at night, the phone starts the screen on time. Before, in the old Android days, the screen on time would start after you got to 100% battery and disconnected your charger. That was more effective, I think. We took our phone off the charger at 10:57 a.m. That's when we had 100%. We took it off. View battery usage. So, obviously, you can't count the 12 a.m. to 11 a.m. I used the phone last night. I was up late. My babies was up. Had to calm them down, whatever, me and my wife. So didn't really get to sleep much last night. I was on my phone doom scrolling. The laptop's too bright to use when the babies are trying to go back to sleep. So I used my phone last night. Let's cut this in half because that's kind of what it looks like, right? Let's cut that in half. Basically, we have around 2.5 hours of screen on time, give or take 20-30 minutes up or down, whatever way you want to go. I'm going to say around 2 to 2.5 hours of screen on time with still 40% battery left. Our usage was Facebook. I've been doing a lot of Facebook messaging, a marketplace, trying to buy items, listings that I have. We did some stuff on Safari. I had to download an app today. I don't know how much battery that takes, but that's something I had to do. I had to download Notion because I actually never installed Notion on this refurbished device since I got it. I only realized that today because I needed to look at my bullet points. Of course, we have some Discord, the App Store. Something else that's interesting is the hotspot. I used a lot of hotspot today when I was in my truck, waiting for my wife and daughters to go into a store to get stuff. I was in my car using the hotspot from my phone to my MacBook. So that took a hit on battery as well. I wonder how much battery percent that took. I don't know if there's a way to calculate what all these numbers, like this says 12%. I don't think so. But having this much battery left at basically midnight, I think is huge. I really, really am happy with the iPhone 13 mini since I've replaced the battery. Before replacing the battery, between the performance being slow, stuttery, sluggish, the battery life being horrible, getting, if I was lucky, 2.5 hours of screen on time. Like right now, my phone should be at 0, but we still have 39% left, which is great. All in all, I think this phone is perfect for my use case. If you have a wireless charger at your desk, at your job, or if you do a long commute like I do, you're constantly connecting your phone in the car for navigation purposes, for whatever, you're automatically charging your device. But this is just a test, of course, for YouTube. I'm happy to see that I only used 60% in over 12 hours of off the charger usage. I think that's pretty good. I think the 13 mini with good battery health will last me a few more years at least.